Hello everybody, Happy New Year. I hope you're all well and had a great Christmas. It's the first day really I felt like even doing any kind of video, just been so ill with flu, and I've still got it in my system a little bit and a bit of a cough left, but yeah, this is the third week of having flu. So we're off today to Cardiff, and we're going to have a look at, there's a quarter there that sells lots of, like a vintage quarter they call it, and it sells lots of vintage things. So I thought you might like to see a little bit of Cardiff. So I'm going to just let you see a little bit of the surrounding areas if you don't know the area very well. So come with me. Oh dear, she's in a funny mood today, aren't you? If you don't drink my tea. Why don't you sit down a second? We'll always clean this table later, can't we? Hi everybody, Happy New Year. I did say Happy New Year when I did the little video before the Cardiff vintage antique market visit. What a long thing to say. And Coco said Happy New Year. Say Happy New Year, everybody, Coco. Say Happy New Year, everybody. She's so clingy at the moment. I don't know what's quite going on. I'm going to clean this table afterwards, so don't worry about her paws. But she wants to sit up here for a second. She can. And today we've got, it'd be nice for a bit of spring, wouldn't it? We've got a tulip mug today. And yeah, dreaming of spring. The rain here has been absolutely torrential for weeks. And yeah, so an update on this flu. Wow. I have had the worst flu I think I've ever had. It started, I might cough as well since I've got my tea. It started just a week before Christmas and I still got it. And I was only saying to Mr. M yesterday, it's about 3 weeks since I've had this flu. And the banging headache, the hacking cough, the feeling of fatigue, it's just been awful. So I really send my thoughts out to anybody that's going through it at the moment. I think the hospitals are full of COVID and flu patients at the moment. We've got a doctor in the family and that's what they're saying. So yeah, but it's really nice to be back. I was looking forward to doing the video today because I had lots to say and lots to tell you. And Coco, of course, wanted to say hello. She just wants to say hello to Mummy more, don't you? She always wants Mummy all around. So you're going to sit by the fire because Daddy made a fire, didn't he? You're going to sit by the fire? You're going to sit by the fire? You're going to sit by the fire, sweetie. Say bye-bye for now. Say bye-bye, everybody. See you in the new year. We've got things to show you, haven't we? We have things to show you. Yeah. Say bye-bye for now. Good girl. So, that's Coco. And, okay, so I've got a fire going. And you might notice, actually, above the fire, just before I got ill, I was going to do a video about my visit to TK Maxx. And I bought a wreath. Now, it's a wreath that has, I think it's supposed to be, Coco's hair in my face now. I think it's supposed to be ivy and eucalyptus. One moment, try and get this out of my face. And I thought I could dress it up or dress it down to however I wanted. Can you see behind the fire? It's quite a big wreath, and just before Christmas, they were reducing quite a lot of things, a lot of their wreaths, so I got that for £20. So I thought it was fantastic for that area there. Don't know what you think. I thought, well, in the summer, I can put roses and things like that. In the spring, I can put all different types of blossoms or something. So I'm really chuffed with that. So quite a while ago, I was saying that I wanted something for there. So I've got so much to tell you. I want to get it all in as well. So we went to this fair. Was it a fair? No, it's a flea market. And it's in the centre of Cardiff. So it took us about 30 minutes to get there on the M4. And Mr. M had done some research, and it was a great big warehouse and full of vintage stores. And we were quite impressed. So we had a really good look around. We spent the majority of the afternoon there. We had breakfast there in the little cafe, which was really good. And yeah, I bought a couple of things. I didn't buy a lot. There wasn't anything that I really wanted, but it's so full of wonderful things. And I hope the little, excuse me, hope the little videos will give you an insight of what sort of things are there. I noticed they had a wonderful old sewing machine that had like a pedal stool was it a pedal stool, I think, excuse me. This is the aftermath of all this, so yeah, there's so many wonderful things there. And I think you'd really love it. If you've got a chance to go to Cardiff, anybody that's into vintage would love it. There's plenty to see. So I did buy a couple of things, and I wanted some props for some photographs. What I want to do is put the little props by the items I want to photograph, just to give it a little bit of character. I'll put my glasses on because some of the little verses are lovely. So, may every flower you see remind you, dear, of me. And it's just a beautiful old red letter message card. Look at that one. Gorgeous. This one is just a loving little line to the dearest friend of mine. I think they're so sweet. I was so pleased when I found them. Look at that one. I hope you can see. And this one is a souvenir for someone dear. These were 10p each, so I couldn't resist them really. They're old, some of them are old, what do you call them? They're old cigarette cards. That's right, lots of people collect the cigarette cards. No flower in all God's garden grew so fair as love that gave me you. Lovely. Some of the verses are so beautiful. That one's a gorgeous one. A series of stars of screen and stage. And this is Madge Evans. I thought it was a gorgeous picture. I thought I could photocopy them, all kinds of different things. Flowers of love and hope from. And it's just a lovely little letter card on the back. They're all blank. So here's, you'll never forget me, will you? Look at this. So sweet. And a word of cheer to someone dear. And that one's the flower of love you gave me. And I have a warm come here my heart for you. From Harold, that is. It says Harold. So those last two there. I thought they were absolutely beautiful. Bygone years. And those, the colours. This one is a hybrid tea rose, little cigarette card, and this one is a fuchsia. I just thought the colours were beautiful, and on the back it tells you all about the fuchsia. It's really beautiful. As I said, lots of people collect those cigarette cards. I'd love to do something like that, but what would you do with it all afterwards? I don't know what you do with it all really. So that's my little props for photographs I bought. Also, while I was there, I found these, which I thought were lovely, and they are Easter egg ornaments. Easter tree ornaments. They're made of wood and painted, and they look a little bit Eastern European, I thought. I thought they looked really, really pretty. I think they look lovely on the Easter tree. That one's a lovely one, and they were £1 each. So I didn't buy a lot. They were £1 each, and the cards were 10p each, and I bought 12, so that was £1.20. I didn't buy a lot, but there are some beautiful things there. If you get a chance to go, you've got to go. It's really a lovely afternoon, and the cafe's very good, but it takes a long time to get served. But once you get the food, it's great. So yeah, it's a really nice afternoon out. So, what did I get for Christmas? Yeah, interesting, because we didn't see anybody. I got sent a couple of gifts, and Mr. M bought me a couple of gifts. This year he said to me, what would you like for Christmas? And I knew what I wanted for Christmas. I knew. So I had thought it might be really nice to have a NutriBullet. So, Christmas Day, I got NutriBullet. Now, I know that probably lots of people have got them, but I hadn't had anything like this. So I wanted a colour like that. My kitchen wall is very similar, so I thought it would go really well. So on Christmas, was it Christmas Day? No, a few days after, because we were ill. A few days after, I said to him, look, I won't mind having a smoothie or something. Let's open the NutriBullet, see what it's like. So we took it all apart, washed it all, got it all ready, and put all the fruit in. We put in strawberries, some blueberries, some almond milk, some spinach, just random things that we had in the fridge. We put it all together and we put it onto the base, turned it on, and within minutes it was all running out the bottom, through the mechanism, through all the motor, and it was running out of the bottom. So it was a bit of a shock really. I'm so glad that we opened it together, we put it together, because I would have thought it would have been something that I'd done myself. Just want to check my phone, just bear with me a second. Bear with me a moment, I do this on regular occasions. Okay, we're doing well. So yeah, so very, very, very disappointing. Really unusual. So because it was bought through Amazon, we managed to send it back. And yesterday, we got a replacement. And this morning I said to Mr. M, I don't want to do this on my own. So can we do it together? So we did, and it works absolutely perfectly. And what was wrong was the steel was all warped. When we looked at it afterwards, it was all warped, the old one. So I don't know what had happened, but it's made me slightly nervous in using it. And I was really looking forward to having one. So yeah, I like it a lot, but I just want to get used to it. It was just shocking seeing all of it running out the bottom. The first time of usage as well. Unbelievable. Excuse me. So that's my NutriBullet. And on Christmas Day, I got a bit of a surprise. Now, I don't know how many of you have ever heard of a velvetizer. You get all these gadgets, don't you? And you think, will they ever work? But I really wanted something that would froth up milk and make hot chocolate. And I thought about it for a long time. And on Christmas Day, I didn't get this, but I got something else. And I opened it and I was really excited about it. And I said, let's mix the hot chocolate. It didn't warm up the milk. So that had to go back. So Mr. M found this. And it's called Paris Rhone Milk Frother. And it makes the most amazing hot chocolate. I bought some Clipper hot chocolate, and what you do, you put it in with the milk, and it takes about, I would say about a minute, maybe a bit longer, and it mixes it all up, and at the same time it froths it all up, and it's amazing. I can't recommend it more, this one here. And it does the milk frothing for your coffee if you wanted like a cappuccino, and it does hot chocolate, and it says born in Paris since 1915, and it really is fantastic because the jug is separate to the unit, so it doesn't leak or anything. You can tell by the jug here, so that just lifts out, and underneath is a slimmer piece, and it just all slots together. And I'm so happy with it. I love it. Absolutely love that. But I was very disappointed with the NutriBullet. It's, as I said, it's made me a little bit nervous of it, which I didn't want. But I'm sure it's going to be fine, this one. I think it was just a one-off. So those were my two main presents. I got little bits from my friends, but as I said, I haven't seen anybody. So we didn't go and see other family because we didn't want to pass on what we had. And I was much worse. So I got little presents. I got, let me just see this one here. Got a family organiser, an Bridgewater family organiser from one of my friends. That was nice. So I'm pleased with that. From a family member, I got some really nice scent, and it's from John Lewis, Rose and Vanilla. Very, very nice. So that, room scents. I got a really big fan, which I think is amazing. It sends a really nice amount of kind of cold air. So that's really nice, big one. And I got a new glasses case, which is really pretty. I thought it was a really nice glasses case. Inside it's that one there. I love this kind of roses, this lovely, lovely design. I love anything to do with roses. I think it's just because it's shabby chic style, and I really love that. And also, I wanted to recommend something to you. After Christmas, I went to Sainsbury's just to quickly go and get some shopping, put a mask on, and I was coughing all over the place, but I put a mask on, make sure I didn't kind of pass it on. And I got these, which, oh my goodness, Florentines. Now, these were supposed to be £3.50 and they were reduced down to £1.50, and they are the best I've ever tasted. And they all taste the difference, and they're just delicious. There's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. There's 12 in there, and they were £1.50. I was going to make some, and I never got round to making any mince pies. I didn't get round to making any Florentines over Christmas. I was so ill. The Christmas cake is amazing. It's just, oh, so amazing. Very, very rich. You can't have too much of it because it's just so rich and filling. It's like a meal in itself. So that was really great. And the other Christmas cake I made went down a treat. That was really good. The person really loved it. So yeah, I've really enjoyed the Christmas cake. And this was one of the highlights, these Florentines. Oh, they were just delicious. So, how did your Christmas go? How was it? Were you okay? You weren't ill or anything? I'd love to hear all about it. I just felt so isolated here. I was so ill, and I spent literally days in bed, which is, I hate that. I'm not a person that goes to bed and stays days in bed. I'm just not like that. I feel like I'm wasting the day. If I spend too much time in bed, I think I'm wasting the day. I need to get up and do stuff. And for me to go to bed and just not want to get up and not want to do anything, not want to eat, I had no appetite whatsoever. I didn't have a temperature, which was strange. So I presumed I didn't have COVID because I didn't have a temperature. But if COVID is anything like what I've had, oh my goodness me, it's awful. So I've had lots of chicken soup, lots of vitamin C, lots of rest, and I do feel a lot better apart from this cough. And around 4 o'clock, it starts to get really bad. I don't know what that is. What is that about a cold? Around 4-ish, you start to cough, you start to get a runny nose, you start to feel rough. I don't understand what that, anybody medical can explain that to me. When you feel okay in the day, and around 4-ish, you start to get worse. I don't know what that is. So we're in the middle of a couple of series at the moment. We watched a fantastic film the other night. We watched the Blue Eye, and it was a bit like Sleepy Hollow. And the characters were really interesting, all set in very, very dark, black and white, kind of 1800s America. It was a great film, a bit gory, a little bit gory, but a great film. And also, we've been watching a series which is from Korea, and it's about a game. It's the most bizarre thing. We only started it, was it last night or the night before? And it's on Netflix. I can never say that word. We have got Netflix. My God, said. And oh, it's opened the world up to me. I have seen The Grinch. I've never seen that film before. And everybody that I've ever watched that does videos, and it's Christmas, they always say, I'm going to put my favourite Grinch film on. I thought, I've never seen that film. And I thought, I'm going to watch that. I'm going to sit down and watch it. And it's the most bizarre film, really. Jim Carrey is great in it, but it is a bizarre film. And I wouldn't say it's the best film ever, best Christmas film ever, but and Mr. M kept coming in and kind of making faces and saying, what's this? So it's something I wanted to watch for a long time, just to get an idea of what people are talking about, because I understand The Grinch now, and these little videos and reels you see sometimes on Instagram where little children have the Grinch visiting them and they're taking their presents. I understand what it means now, so I've watched that film, so I can tick that off. I've watched The Grinch. And I meant to watch The Snowman as well, but never got around to doing that. So there's quite a few films I haven't seen on Netflix. I'm really excited. I get so excited when I see films I haven't seen. So yeah, and this new series is quite bizarre. And when I think of the name, I should tell you. Can't think of it now, but as we get into it, I should tell you a bit more about it. I love finding new series. I don't know about you, but I absolutely love finding new series. So today is the first day that we haven't had rain. It's so weird, isn't it? I've got a nice fire going. Mr. M lit that for me so I won't get cold in here because I'm still convalescing from influenza. It's strange, isn't it? You know, when you had influenza in Victorian times, you'd go away to the seaside for a couple of weeks to convalesce, and maybe that's what I need. Anyway, so it's great to be back. I hope you enjoyed this video. Lots of little things to tell you, and I'm going to have lots of things coming up. I've got some really exciting news to tell you, and I'm excited. So a new year ahead of us, and I hope you've all got wonderful things planned. I have an idea about a little bit of a holiday, and I don't know how it's going to pan out. I don't know, but I should tell you more about that as well. It will be a staycation. It will be a staycation, and yeah, see how we get with the planning of that. But thank you, my new subscribers, by the way. I really appreciate you, and I hope you're finding some interesting things to watch in my list of videos. And it's nice to have you. Welcome, welcome. And I hope you will stay with me, and we can build a great relationship. It's so nice having my subscribers, and I really appreciate your words of kindness when I wasn't feeling very well and I haven't been on YouTube for a while. I really appreciate you saying get well and I hope you're well. That's so nice of you, so kind. I do appreciate it. And yeah, Happy New Year to all of you. Hope everything goes your way. Hope you get what you want. And what you must remember is every day is a brand new day. You can do whatever you want. From the minute you open your eyes, you can make it however you want. And that's going to be my philosophy. It's a brand new day. Tomorrow's a new day. And if you want to do the same that you did today, fantastic. If you want to change it up, fantastic. You know, we were given one life. So I'm going to try and make the most of this year. The start of it wasn't great, but it's out the way now. It's behind me. So anyway, thank you for watching, everybody. And if you like this video, the thumbs aren't too red today, but give me a thumbs up. And thank you so much. And don't forget to subscribe. It'd be great to have you on board. Take care, everybody. Thanks so much for watching. See you soon.